So in today's lecture of chemistry, let us see the physical properties of group 14 elements. Okay. So let me start with it. Okay. So physical properties of group 14 elements. So first is the general introduction of the group 14 elements. Okay. So I'm going to give you all the general introduction of the group 14 elements. Okay. Now, group 14 contains 5 elements, namely carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, and lead. There are p block elements with ns2 and p2. Electronic configuration. Out of this, carbon is an essential element as it is the main constituent of all organic matter. Silicon is the next important element as it constitutes the inorganic matter. Carbon and silicon are typical non-metals. Germanium shows intermediate character while tin and lead are purely metallic. Okay. So I hope you all are understanding the notes. I'm only giving you all the notes in this today's video. Okay. So you all see to it. Next. So elements and electronic configuration of group 14 elements. Now here are the elements. Okay, here I have given you all the elements, symbols, atomic numbers, the atomic numbers, and electronic configuration. Okay, so let me read it to you all. First element is carbon, symbol is C, atomic number is 6, electronic configuration is Ha, which is helium, then 2s2, 2p2. Okay, now next element is silicon, Si, atomic number is 14, and next neon, this is Ne, 3s2, 3p2. Okay, next is the germanium element is germanium. G is the symbol, atomic number is 32, and this is argon, Ar. Okay, 3d, 10, 4s2, 4p2. Next is tin, Sn, 50. Sn is the symbol. Okay, atomic number is 50 of this tin. Next is Kr, 4d10, 5s2, 5p2. Okay, next is lead. This symbol is Pb, atomic number is 82, and Xc, then 4f14, 5d10, 6s2, 6p2 is the electronic configuration. Okay, and you all can take down this. Moving towards the next page, let us move towards the next page. Okay, you all can take down this. Okay, and I'll move towards the next page. Now let us move towards the physical properties. Let us see. First is the appearance. Okay, all these elements are solid with different colors. Carbon is black, silicon is light brown, germanium is greenish white, whereas tin and lead are silvery white in appearance. Okay, so this is the appearance. Okay, first appearance of the elements. Now moving towards the next part, that is the atomic or covalent radii. Okay, so atomic or covalent radii. The atomic radii increases with increase in atomic number down the group. The difference in size between Si and silicon and germanium is less than expected because the filled 3D shell in germanium shields the nuclear charge insufficiently, thus resulting in contraction of size. Similarly, there is a small difference in size between Sn and Pb because of filling 4f shell. Okay, you all can take down these notes. Okay, moving towards the next page, that is melting point. Okay, let us see the melting point. Melting point, C has very high melting point. Si melts at appreciably lower temperature. C and carbon and germanium at a still lower temperature. but the values are still high as they all have strong diamond type lattice with covalent bonds. This bond strength decreases down the group as the size increases. Thus, the melting point decreases down the group. Okay, you all can again take down this part. Next, moving towards the next is the uh, boiling point. Let us move towards the boiling point. Okay, boiling point also decreases as we descend down the group. Okay, you all can take down this. Moving towards the next part, that is metallic and non-metallic character. The change from non-metallic to metallic character with increasing atomic number down the group is the best illustrated in the group 14, where the first two elements, carbon and silicon, are distinctly non-metallic. Germanium shows some metallic properties and Sn and Pb are distinctly metallic. Okay, moving to the next part, that is the electronegativity. Okay, now electronegativity, carbon is the most electronegative element in the group. The electronegativity decreases on moving down the group. After silicon, the decrease is not very prominent due to the filling of 3d orbital in germanium and Sn and 4f orbital in case of Pb. Okay, you all can take down the electronegativity part. Okay, and next moving towards the ionization part. Okay, now ionization energy. Okay, carbon is the first and the smallest element in the group. It therefore shows quite high ionization energy. There is a sharp decrease in ionization energy as we move down to the next element, silicon. This is due to the appreciable increase in the size of the silicon atom. Further on, there is a very small decrease in ionization. Okay, you all can take down this. Okay, I hope it is clear to you all. Okay, these notes are clear to you all. Okay, you all can see this clearly, right? Okay, next moving towards the next part, continuation of this is here. Energy through the atomic size increases because the inner d orbital electron in case of Ge and Sn do not effectively shield the nuclear charge. As a result, outer Ns and Np electron are held tightly. In Pb, the inner F electrons are still less efficient in shielding the nuclear charge. Okay, nuclear charge. Also, there is marginal increase in nuclear charge from Sn to Pb. Because of these two reasons, the ionization energy of Pb instead of decreasing shows a marginal increase. Okay, you all can take down all these notes. I hope this is clear to you all. Okay, next moving towards the oxidation state. Okay, all elements exhibit a common oxidation state of +4 through covalent bonding. The +4 oxidation state is more important in the first two non-metal of the group, that is carbon and silicon. Further on, the +2 oxidation state is more prominently exhibited mainly in ionic bonding. The decrease in the stability of +4 oxidation state and increase in the stability of +2 oxidation state down the group is mainly due to the inner pair effect. Okay, you all can take down these notes. I hope you all can see this clearly. Okay, moving towards the next part, that is okay, continuation of that exhibited by the heavier members of the group. Okay, inner pair effect exhibited by the heavier member of the group. Okay, next is the catenation. So catenation, carbon exhibits the remarkable property of catenation, that is tendency to form chains of identical atoms. Silicon has a much smaller capacity to form chains while germanium shows still less tendency. Sn and Pp hardly show any tendency of catenation. Thus, the catenation property goes on decreasing down the group. Okay, catenation property depends upon the bond energy of the element. The element bond energy is maximum in case of carbon. Okay, maximum in case of carbon. Okay, so you all can take down this note. I hope this is clear to you all. Okay. Moving towards the next part, that is allotropy. Okay, now let us see in allotropy what it is. Okay, so let me zoom it. You all can take down. Okay, allotropy, most of the elements of the group 14 exhibit allotropy. Carbon exists in two well defined crystalline forms known as diamond and graphite. It also consists in many microcrystalline forms such as coal, coke, charcoal, carbon black, and so on. Silicon shows two well defined allotropic forms, namely a brown allotrophs powder and a gray crystalline mass. They both differ in their particle size and content of impurities. The amorphous form fuses on strong heating and gives the crystalline. Okay, crystalline form on cooling. Okay, so continuation of this is on the next page. Okay, form on cooling. Germanium exists in two crystalline form. Tin exists in three allotropic form: gray, white, and rhombic. They interchange into one another on heating and cooling. The transition temperatures are as follows. So you all can see this. Okay. Next, white tin is the heaviest and the most stable variety. Gray tin, okay, gray color is what? Tin exists in powder form with no metallic luster and is a poor conductor of electricity. White tin is soft, ductile, and a good conductor of electricity and shows metallic property. Okay. Next, moving towards the covalent radii. Okay, let us see what is a covalent radii. Covalent radii. The covalent radii in increase down the group. The difference in size between Si and Ge is less than might be otherwise expected because germanium has a full 3D shell which shields the nuclear charge rather ineffectively. In a similar way, the small difference in the size between Sn and Pb is because of the filling of the 4f shell. Okay, you all can take down this also. Next, moving towards the 4 covalent compounds. Okay, the majority of the compounds are 4 covalent. In this case, all 4 outer electrons take part in bonding in the valence bond theory. This is explained by promoting electrons from the ground state to an excited state. The energy needed to unpair and promote the electron is more than repaid by the energy released on forming two extra covalent bond. The distribution of the 4 orbital result in a tetrahedral structure constituent with sp3 hybridization. Okay, so you all can take down this. Moving towards the next part, that is electrical conductance. I hope you all can see this clearly, okay? Electrical conductance. Carbon in the form of a graphite is a good conductor of electricity, but diamond is a non-conductor. Silicon and germanium and semiconductor. Tin and lead are reasonably good conductor. In general, conductivity increases from carbon to lead as the metallic character increases in that order. Okay, so you all can take down this electrical conductance part. Okay, you all can write it down. Next, moving towards the boiling point. Okay, so boiling point decreases from carbon to silicon, while from silicon to germanium it increases. Once again from germanium to lead it decreases. We can divide the elements of this group into, continuation is over here, next page, non-metallic and metallic element. True germanium is a metalloid. It tends to metallic character. We observe the decrease in boiling point among non-metals, that is from carbon to silicon, and again among metals, that is from germanium to lead. The transition from non-metallic to metallic can also be noticed. As the boiling point increases from silicon to germanium, the high melting and boiling points of carbon and silicon are unique among non-metals, as normally non-metals are low melting and boiling point. Okay, so you all can take down the continuation of the boiling point also. Okay, I hope you all can see this clearly. I hope you all have understood, and this is the last part of it, and thanks for watching. Even you all can take it as an assignment. Okay, and thanks for watching.